are certain things where if you don't want to have an opinion on it, people will think worse of you. If you don't want to have an opinion about Arknight's gacha, this is like not having an opinion about the Holocaust. Most people say it's bad.
What a bitch! What a nasty, vile fucking cunt!
Whoa! YouTube told us to mass report! YouTube told us to mass report the channel! So I guess it's allowed, boys! YouTube told us to mass report his channel, boys! I now think every CC in the space has a disability. I now think you're all retarded.
Okay.
How does this guy just say this and then you're like, oh, pathetic and spineless is this? Then again, he's only like 21 pounds and he weighs like... He's only like 21 years old and he weighs like 100 pounds. I think 21 pounds is probably more accurate though. Yeah.
Saintontas, you are not the victim. Stop lying. Stop manipulating. Hold yourself accountable. You are not the victim. And let me repeat myself again. You are not the victim. All of this could have been avoided if you just simply sat back, looked at all the shit you have done this past year, and say, the entire community is coming after me. Am I in the right or am I in the wrong? No, I'm in the right. Everybody is wrong. I didn't do a single thing wrong. When you have thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people telling you on a daily basis that you are in the wrong and you need to stop, and you keep telling yourself that you're in the right, you have a serious problem. This video is not monetized, all right? This video is not monetized because I can't just sit back and watch all this unfold and not say anything, right? I just can't. I can't just sit back and just see all this happening, all the lies being spread, all the bullshit narratives being spread about CCs, including me, and we just don't say anything about it. No, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to include evidence because this is what Saint does. Saint doesn't attack the argument. He virtue signals. He talks about the Epstein thumbnails. Notice how he's hard focused on the Epstein thumbnails, but he's not actually attacking the argument. He's not actually going after the reason as of to why we're all doing this. He's not asking himself, why are all these creators coming at me? He's not doing that. Instead, he's trying to virtue signal and say, oh, it's wrong for you to Photoshop me in the thumbnail. And I agree. When it comes to the thumbnails that CJ used, for sure, they were wrong. And we all agree when it comes to that. But the reasoning behind those videos, is so that you can have a taste of your own medicine. So that you can experience what it's like when you have a CC that is constantly going after you, but you don't get it. You don't get it. You think this is just an attack. You think this is you think this is just an attack. You think this is us simply trying to harass you. No. Now, since you want to sit here and only talk about the thumbnails, right? You want to use the thumbnails that CJ used on you and just virtue signal. This is wrong. You should never do something like this. I agree. But let's go ahead and take a look at this clip right over here. This is in his 2025 recap video. You guys can check it out on his channel right now. This is a clip in his video. Let's check it out.
And you want to know what the best thing is? This isn't even the full list. There's still more people. Do you guys remember?
Very interesting. So you put an Epstein meme clip in your video, right?
This dude.
And then you pull up Ryuku Sensei's channel right before, like right after that clip. And I know he's going to pull some bullshit excuse. You see, this is what Saint does, guys. This is how he manipulates. He's going to be like, well, it wasn't to target a CC. He tries to make it seem as if this is fine. This is okay. There's nothing wrong with this. He's going to try to compare this with CJ photoshopping his face into Jelaine Maxwell. Oh, but it's not as bad as that. Does it fucking matter? You started this bullshit. You started this. This was 3 weeks ago. Now let's go ahead and play another clip over here, guys.
But it looks like Zome and his community are not having a great time. It's over, guys. He's exposing all the screenshots. It's over. And this is my response. I've got another bit of an update. We actually...
Boom! There we go. A huge one. Wow. Taking one of America's biggest tragedies. 9/11. There it is. Used it as a clip in this video when he was going after Zome.
I've got another bit of an update.
Now we have another clip right over here. This one is crazy. This is actually insane. Now it's going to be a little bit blurry, but just listen to what this guy says.
I'll make it a bit bigger, make it so you can still see him there. So some people in chat were like, "Well, you're saying this over one thing," and they were defending me, right?
Sure.
Let me turn this up. Hopefully, you guys will be able to hear it fine.
He did that one time. Yeah. Hey, officer, I just beat my wife one time. I don't have a problem.
Oof. Comparing Genazad crashing out to his chat to him beating his wife one time. Wow. Wow. An example of Saint going to the absolute extreme over something so small. Let's go ahead and play another clip, guys.
Involve an AR-15? Guys, I feel like we have to unban him, because if we don't, he's going to find another hobby, and I feel like that one might involve an AR-15 and a public gathering space. Like, Jesus Christ. Offensive? You said I would... Oh, I didn't say that. Whoa.
You guys see what he does, right? He says something that's so extreme, and then when somebody in his chat says, "Bro, offensive, you said I would shoot people in public," and he's like, whoa, I never said that. Why the fuck would you say that to begin with? This is what he does all the time. He says something that is crazy, and then when people catch him on his bullshit and they say, "Dude, you took that way too far," he's like, I never said that. No, that's what you insinuated. And that's the same thing you did to Genazad. You said, "No wonder he S6 Rosia." And instead of you holding yourself accountable and apologizing, you doubled down. You doubled down. He doesn't think before he speaks. He doesn't think at all. He just spouts a bunch of nonsense. But then when you have a creator that comes out and gives you that same energy, oh, I'm the victim. I'm the victim though. That's my problem. I don't mind Saint finding, this as an issue. I don't mind that, right? But the fact that you're trying to play the victim and pretend as if, like, you did no wrong and that you didn't see this coming blows my mind. This guy has no self-awareness. If you pull up a mirror and try to put that mirror in front of Saint, this is gonna be, he's gonna try to dodge that shit. He's gonna be like, niggas a fucking running back. He's a running back. He gonna try to dodge that shit. He's not trying to look himself in the mirror. He's not gonna do that. And let's go ahead and take a look at the way Saint talks to other women.
What a bitch. What a nasty, vile fucking cunt.
This is the content creator you guys are trying to defend. And I'm talking about his community. This is the content creator you're defending. This is the CC you guys are defending. This is the CC you guys are blindly defending. Oh, Saint, man, these people are just going after you, man, for clout. Yeah, they're going after you for clout, man. There's no reason for them to go after you. Yeah, they're just doing this for clout. You're in the right. Let's go ahead and play another clip right over here. Now, let's go ahead and read this. Because once again, this guy is a manipulator. Okay, he's a fucking manipulator. Looking into this strike, we'll let you know as soon as we find out more. Mind reporting the channel in the official reporting tool so our reviewers can look into this. Where does it say mass report? All right, do you guys see where it says mass report? I can't find it because it doesn't say it anywhere over here. All they said is for him to personally report the channel. Look at what this fucking clown does.
Whoa! YouTube told us to mass report! YouTube told us to mass report the channel! So I guess it's allowed, boys! YouTube told us to mass report his channel, boys! We got permission! Do it! Report the fuck out of his channel! Do it right now! Report every—
And look at his fucking echo chamber, bro. Look at his echo chamber. Yes, guys, go, go, go. Yeah, go mass report. What a bunch of fucking donuts. They literally said, mine reporting the channel. Where does it say mass report? Another example of him manipulating his audience into doing ridiculous shit. We have another clip right over here, guys. Let's play this.
There are certain things where if you don't want to have an opinion on it, people will think worse of you. If you don't want to have an opinion about Arknight's gacha, this is like not having an opinion about the Holocaust. Most people say it's bad, or it shouldn't have happened. And if you're seen as someone saying, it's not that big of a deal, I don't care about it. Ooh, that would kind of get you in some trouble, wouldn't it? That would kind of get you into some trouble.
Now you guys understand why I used that gotcha smack clip on my previous video, because this is what he fucking does. So if you, as a content creator, if you are not going to say anything about the Arknight's infill gotcha system, and you just want to have a good time, you just want to have an amazing time playing the game, just do your own thing, you're minding your own business, well, guess what? You're not saying anything about the Holocaust. That's equivalent to you not saying a damn thing about the Holocaust. And if you say that the gotcha system is not that bad, he's pretty much saying that, oh, what you're saying is that the Holocaust wasn't that bad. You guys see the manipulation, bro? This is manipulation at an extreme level. Manipulation, bro. This is insane. And this guy wants to sit here and play the victim? Now, there is an entire Google Doc pretty much showing all the bullshit in Saint's Discord server. And remember, guys, this is the same guy that is trying to use other people's Discord server, right, as a way to virtue signal and say, these people are racist, these people are homophobe, these people are this, these people are that, all types of shit. And if you associate with this person, you support racism. You are a racist. Meanwhile, you take a look at his Discord server, it's no fucking different. And a matter of fact, after this doc got released, all right, after this doc got released, boom. This is what his community is doing. They're already scrambling to clean up after themselves. Let's read this. I could go live. Okay, so guys, remember this person right over here, One Kaiser, however you say his name. He's in Saintontas Discord server, bro. I think he's a mod. I could go live tonight with a random 100 viewer stream and just clean up the server. This is after the fact that Saint is going around to other CC's Discord server and using other people's messages to paint a narrative on these content creators. All right? This page sucks ass. Go through all the context as the mod. What time? I'd be so down. Just need Saint's blessing. And then he says, so about that doc, and this is the doc that pretty much exposes his Discord server. How willing are you for me to go live tonight and go through every single message to either give context or decide the final fate of said chatters in the docking? And Saint says, go for it. So, bro, this guy is so, what a clown. This is what zero accountability looks like. This is what happens when you throw a bunch of rocks in an empty glass house. You go after every creator's Discord server. Meanwhile, your server is dog shit. You have people like this. Give me 1 second, guys. There's so much clips here. You have people like this. You guys already know who this guy is. I'm not even gonna mention him because he's not worth mentioning. This is one of the biggest idiots in the space. This guy is insanely stupid. You have people like this who is going to use someone else's death to fuel tribalism. 20-year-old cosplayer as tragically passed away. According to sources, her death was heavily influenced by hate and racism online. This guy took this as an opportunity to say, notice how it's always the Hoyo community. You have idiots like this who are in Saint Discord server. And believe it or not, guys, this guy, One Kaiser, went on a live stream, 4-hour live stream, to provide quote unquote context to the doc. Bro is trying so hard to cover up his tracks. Guys, this is a content creator who does not want to hold himself accountable. I have never seen someone that is so eager to point his fingers at everybody and never take a look in the mirror and say, I have some problems. I have some problems. And I need to fix myself. No, he'll never do that. Everybody is the problem except him. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at this video here. We're not going to watch it, okay? Because it's like 22 minutes long. I'm not doing all that. Plus, Saint, if you're watching this video, I don't even want you to react to this video, but you didn't even bother watching my video. You only watched the first 10 seconds, you went straight to AI summary, and you saw that it said, Faros ultimately sides with CJ, and you were like, oh yeah, so Faros, you're supporting a racist. Yeah, you're siding with the racist. Okay, so bet. I'm not gonna watch this fucking video. This video was made on May 28th, 2024, so 2 years ago. But I find it so funny. We're gonna read through this description right here. You guys cannot tell me that Saint has become the person he hated the most. He has become the #1 thing he hates the most. Let's read this. Some content creators thrive on creating original and entertaining content. Others thrive on drama and the plight of other creators. Some creators even go so far as to publicly spread and monetize lies about channels 1% of their size to satisfy their burgeoning sense of pride and score some easy points with their community. This sounds very familiar. Now, if you guys haven't watched Cap the Cabinet's video, I recommend you guys to go watch that video because she exposes all the bullshit lies he said about her. He refuses to provide context. He only provides context when it best suits him. He wants to paint a narrative on other CCs, but he knows full and well when you look at all these clips, he's no better. And a matter of fact, he's worse. But let's continue. Unfortunately, I don't take kindly to bullies. I will respond to 17 minutes of actual misinformation spread about me to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of viewers. Being a new content creator is tough. It's even tougher when the biggest players in the game practice so much irresponsibility on a daily basis. Wow. When the biggest players in the game practice irresponsibility on a daily basis. Look at how he is treating people with a lower sub count than him. People who have less views than him. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the interaction he has with his friends, quote unquote friends. And notice how he is always going to bring up numbers, analytics, versus him actually attacking the argument. So we have Itoma here. All right, now before we continue this, I got to play this for you guys because this shit is a banger. You know, and a matter of fact, no, I'm just going to put this in the background, all right? I'm going to put this in the background while we go over this. So he puts this little diss track right? He put this diss on Saint, and look at Saint's response, guys. Imagine if you put this effort into making a YouTube video, and of course he screenshots his views, 219. Let's keep going. Itoma says, there's a world out there where you have actual impactful insults. Also, the song only took an hour. And he screenshots his video. All he cares about is views, subscriber count, analytics. He doesn't see you as a friend. He sees you as a number. And if you don't benefit him, he won't hesitate to throw you in the trash. That is the type of friend Saintontas is. I observed everything that happened. All right, I observed everything that happened, and this is one thing that I noticed about Saint. And it's disgusting that this is the way you treat your friends. Oh, you got lower views than me, bro. Yeah, I'm better than you. You guys remember what he did to me? When he pulled up my video? Oh, these CCs are just clout chasing. They just need me for views. They need me to survive. When you have somebody who only sees people as numbers, let me go ahead and provide a description for you guys for those type of people. People who view others only as a number or a means to an end often act out of self-absorption, reducing individuals to functional utility or superficial traits rather than valuing their humanity. Whenever people call out Saintontas, notice how his main clapback is, you're only doing this because your channel is dead, right? You're only doing this because your channel is dead and you need me for your channel to survive. And whenever those CCs stop talking about him, he's like, you guys see, look what happened to their channel. I did this to their channel. I did this to their channel. I killed their channel. I'm him. I'm him. I'm him. When you have people like that in your circle, stay away from me, bro. I don't need people like that around me at all, because that is a toxic mentality where all you care about is numbers. Whenever he's talking about ZZZ, all he does is pull up Twitch numbers. This game is dead. Look at the Twitch numbers. That's all he does on a daily basis. Talks about numbers, views you as a number, and if you don't benefit him in any sort of way, into the trash you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and play this clip over here from Gotcha Smack. Now I'm not trying to drag him into this, but what he said over here is exactly what's going on. Let's play this. And I know a lot of people hate Gotcha Smack right now because of the whole Woo 3.1 thing, but let's look past that, okay? Let's look past that, and let's just play this here.
If you are willing to get into that arena and start swinging that fucking sword, and people start swinging back, you don't say, ref, why are they swinging at me? You don't jump out of the arena and go, hold on, man, this isn't fair. You stand on it. You're not a victim. This is absurdity. And I kept that in for your sake.
There's a lot of content creators that can speak up right now, but they're choosing not to, right? They're choosing not to for their own reasons. But they all know deep down inside that Saint is a content creator who has corrupted this space in a whole new level, where creators can't even come together and chat without him calling you a fucking rat. Notice, you guys realize in that video, the 1v9 video, he called everybody in that call with CJ a rat. The guy is insanely insecure. If you are not on his side, if you don't condone his behavior, you're a rat, you're a snake, you betrayed him. He could never be in the wrong. He's a god.
Because I am not the type of person to stick my nose where it doesn't belong. But if I had to give an opinion, which you have put me in it now, if you live in a glass house, you shouldn't throw stones. Okay? If you can't take it, don't dish it. You know all the sayings. All right? You can't handle the heat, the fuck out of the kitchen. You're not a victim, my guy. You're not. And today is an example of that. That's all I'll say on it. Okay.
Simple as that. That's all he has to say. So once again, guys, Saint, doesn't want to hold himself accountable. Now, this right over here, I made a community post because I want to show you guys the manipulation when it comes to Saintontas. So with the whole DM thing, right? When I DM'd him, I want to provide context for y'all. Let me pull up this live stream here.
I think he's got a good head on
Okay.
his shoulders.
So this live stream, this was, let me see, 4 months ago, September 28th, 2025, all right? This was when he reacted to the Woowa 2.7 situation is exposing so many hypocrites, okay? And after he reacted to that video, here's what he said.
Yeah, make sure you give a sub to Faros. I think the guys, we should probably get this guy.
And by the way, bro, guys, echo chamber community, bro. These niggas were glazing my shit. And then now today, fuck Faros. Faros is a racist. Oh, black people can't be racist? Boy, you have Faros. Oh my gosh, dude. Insanity, man. But let's play this.
On a podcast. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's been like scared to reach out to me or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's an open invite. He should reach out to me for one of the podcasts. Yeah, I'm not sure why he hasn't yet. Maybe I should reach out to him. But yeah, would love to have him on. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. Yeah, I don't really.
And
know.
look, somebody in the chat said reach out to him instead. I don't understand why this guy didn't reach out to me. I don't get it. If you are going to invite somebody into your podcast, you just message them and let them know, hey, man, you want to be on my podcast? Well, you can come. It's that simple. He didn't message me. I gave him a whole day to message me. Nothing.
What else to say? He was on one with Ethan? Yeah.
Yeah. So he invited me in that stream, right? Now, I didn't watch this stream. Some people in my community, they sent me that clip on Discord. And I was like, oh, well, I don't want to, come off as desperate. So I'm going to wait for him to DM me instead. That didn't happen. So then I was like, all right, let me go ahead and DM him and just say, yo, I don't mind, being in a podcast. I'm down to talk whenever. And he was like, okay, fine, sure. I'm going to go ahead and schedule. I'll let you know. Simple as that. 6 months, not a damn word. Not a single word for 6 months. And I didn't say anything. And now we're here today. He used my DM, right, to say that I betrayed him, that I'm a rat. He tried to lend me a helping hand. And this is the way I treat him. Do you guys see how this manipulator works? Do you guys see the manipulation tactics when it comes to Saintontas? Within those 6 months, you were in some podcasts. The Arc Knights Infield podcast with you and Razor. And there were probably some other podcasts that you were in as well within those 6 months. So I find it weird how I send that message, 6 months, nothing. And then today, on February 4th, on that 1v9 video, you instantly bring up that DM as a weapon. So you were aware, right? You didn't forget about me about the whole podcast thing. You knew this entire time. You just didn't say a fucking word because you were trying to use that message as a weapon. If Faros goes against me, I can use this DM to show everybody that I tried to help him, that I tried to reach out to him. No, nigga, I reached out to you first because you didn't want to reach out, which was weird. If I'm a host for a birthday party, right? If I'm hosting something and I want to invite a lot of people, I'm gonna be the one to go out there and send out flyers and invite a lot of people to come to my party or birthday party. I don't know. I'm not gonna wait for people to come to me and beg me to be in my fucking birthday party. I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking weird. I'm gonna send the invite. But he didn't do that. He's like, oh, Faros is scared to message me. Manipulation. And I fell for his trap, unfortunately. I did. I fell for his trap. Something happens. He plants this idea in your head that, yo, you were the one who DM'd me first, so you can't say anything about me. Shut the fuck up. Now, before I show you guys some more glue, remember this comment right over here 2 years ago from Saint. I wish we could have had the chance to resolve this offline, but preemptively blocking me to rule out that option shows me exactly the type of person you are. All right. Boom. Okay, that we're gonna talk about this later. But let's take a look at this right over here. So you have this idiot over here, right? One of the biggest idiots in the space. This guy is absolutely stupid. He says, when you pivot your brand to Saint haters, realize that no one will actually be there for your actual gameplay content. Pretty much shitting on Captain Cabinets, right? She drops her 3.1 story reaction, and this is what this dumbass is doing on Twitter. Just shitting on it. Look at what this person says. I already know the type of person you are when you want to shake your titties for relevancy. How shaking titties? This is out of pocket. All right, this is out of pocket. And this is the community that Saintontas has like, this is the community you created. But you don't want to hold yourself accountable. When CCs are sick and tired of your bullshit, you want to play the fucking victim and pretend that you have nothing to do with this. All right. Boom. CJ tried to resolve this offline. CJ literally messaged him. Didn't even bring this up. The reason why I'm showing you guys this right now is because CJ gave me permission to. He says, dog, I don't care if you and I have beef, but put a stop to this shit. This is fucked up and out of line. That's a whole woman, my guy. This is what he says. I don't approve of that. And you implying that I had anything to do with a comment like that is getting screenshotted. See you. He didn't even imply that you have anything to do with that. All he's telling you is to put a stop to this shit. To let these dumbasses know that this is getting out of line. But you immediately take what he says, twist it, and say that you're assuming that I have anything to do with this. So I'm blocking you immediately. I'm going to screenshot your message. And then CJ says, I'm not implying anything, bro. Fuck why you got to be like that. I'm DMing you one-on-one. And you guys can see, he blocks CJ. He blocks CJ. CJ went to you, DM'd you privately. And this is how you respond. I'm going to screenshot your message and I'm going to block you. See you later. And you guys want to pretend that this guy's the fucking victim? You guys want to pretend that this guy is trying to de-escalate the situation? No, he's making it worse. This is what he's doing in the background. This is what he's doing. Screenshotting messages, taking everything out of context, and pretending as if he is the victim. And remember, guys, I wish we could have had the chance to resolve this offline, but preemptively blocking me to rule out that option shows me exactly the type of person you are. Rules for D, but not for me. And now, his community is now going to go out and just harass me. All right, because now I'm starting to get a couple of messages. This guy, he literally sent me a message saying, we know you need views, so desperately bad. And when we zoom in the image, it says, in case of irrelevancy, break glass. And I want to go ahead and remind you guys that my first video, I approached the situation in a respectful manner. Didn't throw any insults at anybody. I tried to give my honest take on this. But because I didn't side with Saint, because I don't tolerate his behavior, I'm the bad guy. Right? I'm the bad guy. And he hates it when other people go after him. He hates it when he sees that people in Captain Cabinet's chat don't fuck with him. He hates it. Block this person. Oh, why don't you block them? You're a bad friend. But look at what your community is doing. They're literally attacking every fucking content creator involved in this, bro. Your community is out of control. And I blame you. Don't sit here and try to make it seem as if, oh, you know, I can't control my community. No. You didn't apply that same excuse when you pulled up Discord messages from other CCs. When you went to their server, screenshotted their community's messages, and trying to paint a narrative on that CC and say that, oh, this CC's a fucking racist, this CC's a homophobe, this CC's a Nazi, and all this bullshit. Now I have another clip for you guys.
Like, how do you not think this guy's a dipshit? I'm just wondering. I now think every CC in the space has a disability. I now think you're all retarded.
Okay.
How does this guy just say this and then you're like, oh, he's spitting?
So you guys see how this dumbass works, right? You see how this clown works. He doesn't attack the argument, all right? He's going to take one thing CJ says and then says, oh, you all agree with what CJ says. So therefore you're all retarded. Therefore you all have a disability. That's how he works. He can't sit back and realize why all of this is happening. He can't actually think for once in his damn life as of to why this is happening. It's no, everybody's a rat. Everybody is a rat. Everybody is against me. No, they're all retarded. That's all he has, bro. That's his only counter argument. His counter argument is you have no views. I'm better than you. You are all retarded. You're all brain dead. You're supporting a racist. You do no research after he doesn't watch the fucking video to actually get context for himself. Excludes context when it best suits him. That is his counter argument, guys. That is his counter argument. And we're all just gonna blindly defend this fucking squirrel because he's right. And then these people have the fucking audacity to go after every CC and say, you guys did no research and you're just going after him for no fucking reason. Really? Now, after that situation happened a year ago with the whole spreading misinformation for fun video, all right, we're going to go ahead and check out this video. We're not going to watch the whole thing because it's 38 minutes long, but just look at this, guys. Just look at this.
Actors, content creators, and communities attacking the affected parties. I want to first take accountability for the role that I played in creating this situation. There are many steps that I wish I had taken in the creation of certain content, like the inclusion of the disclaimer.
Notice how he sounds a lot different here, guys. Like, if you were to watch this video, you'd be like, yo, there's no way this is Saintontas, bro. I know, it's crazy.
Within my video description in the actual runtime. It's true that many perceived the original video as a fact. I can't deny how someone else feels about something. I also want to state that there was no ill intent towards any voice actor or any implication about their value or worth across my content.
Actually, this is 8 minutes long, so we can actually watch the whole thing. I'm going to speed this up. Playback speed. Boom.
In my video, I believe that my statements were worded in a way that would show the voice actors as a potential victim in this circumstance. I mentioned in my prior videos that content creators under an exclusive contract would have their career opportunities limited and negatively affected as a result. I had that same line of reasoning for any VA in a potential situation like that, and I regret that there was any perception that the opposite was taking place. Moving forward onto how this situation escalated, I'll quote myself in one of my previous videos here. You get defensive when you feel threatened. I first felt threats when I received a...
You get defensive when you feel threatened. Oh, man. Ironic. Very, very ironic.
barrage of comments referencing Alejandro Saab and the comments he made regarding his exclusivity. These comments hurled accusation after accusation my way that I was someone spreading misinformation about voice actors. It is undeniable that many perceived the original video as fact. In response, I made numerous attempts to address the situation, moving the disclaimer higher in the description so that it's immediately visible and addressing individual.
If you have to go ahead and make yourself clear if you have to clarify in the description of your video, then your video ultimately failed. Because if people have to go to the description and read it to gain context, then they'll be like, well, why could you include that in the video? You see what I'm saying? So that whole thing, that was his fault, because all you had to do was just remake the video, watch the video again, and then be like, oh, actually, let me go ahead and add more context in here so people won't take this as fact. That's all you have to do, man.
Concerns in the comments. What I hope you can understand is that my perception of my video is first and foremost a theory. I do not believe without a shadow of a doubt that this is actually occurring. I will not, however, admit to intentionally and willfully stating anything in the second half of the original video as a fact, and I won't admit to intentionally misleading an audience. My perception of my video was that I introduced a huge hypothetical situation in the middle of the video.
Were the delays in the English dub for the Wuthering Waves CBT caused by even more anti-compete agreements by Hoyoverse behind the scenes with its VA contractors?
Then use the rest of the video to expand on that hypothetical situation and what it would mean if it were true. This intent was not clear, and I apologize for that. I did everything in my power with...
I apologize for that. Oh shit. Those are the three words that I did not expect to come out of Saint's mouth. I apologize. Actually, no, 4 words. I apologize for that. Very interesting.
the YouTube creator tools available to me to make this as clear as possible. It's also clear that this wasn't enough, understanding more and more how viewers use YouTube as a platform. I didn't have a tested and proven...
Yeah, we're gonna stop right there. So you guys pretty much understand what's going on here, right? And then we see this over here says the previous response video to Brand is unlisted as it is genuinely terrible content. My apologies to everybody who had the displeasure of watching that video. It is good to see you accepting accountability for your part in all this drama. Oh yes, another drama and gotcha community over nothing like always. So listen, bro. I feel like Saint, the reason why he refuses to take accountability here is because this happened to him before, right? Where bigger CCs with a bigger following, bigger audience went after him. He got brigaded. A lot of people disliked his video, and he didn't like that feeling at all. But you have these type of people where instead of them taking a situation, learning from it, adapting, doing better, they take that experience and inflict it on others. And that's exactly what's happening here. He wants to take that experience that he had in the past and put it on everybody. He wants us to apologize. He wants us to hold ourselves accountable for calling him out on his bullshit. Ryuko Sensei attempted to get on voice call with you. You ignore him. The amount of times that Ryuko Sensei tried to get on call with this guy, and he just keeps on ignoring him. Or you're gonna crash out on me. No, the reason why you don't want to get on call with him is because you can't manipulate, twist his words live. You can't do that. So instead, what you do is you sit behind your camera and you shit talk other CCs. That's all you do. Sit behind your camera, shit talk other creators. And let's go ahead and include this clip right over here because this was so unnecessary. And guys, I tried to be respectful when it comes to this situation, but that's just not the case anymore because when you have somebody who is actively saying things like this about somebody he's met before, it is so slimy for you to say something like this. Let me play it.
Got Itoma over here, and just so you all are aware, I went on vacation with this guy, and he decided to trust this dude.
This is a guy who, once again, manipulation, right? Manipulation. He tries to use his quote-unquote friendship to say, you are not allowed to call me out on my bullshit. A good friend will hold me accountable for my actions. If I have a friend and he is not holding me accountable for my actions, he's not calling me out, that's not a good friend. Because when people hold you accountable for the way you are, when people hold you accountable for your actions, they're doing this so that they can save you from doing something fucking stupid. Because let's be honest, guys, the things that he said in the past, it's insanity. Calling people Nazis, calling people pedophiles, calling people racist, all these claims with no sort of evidence except Discord server messages. You are out of control. And all we're doing is saying, hey, man, you need to relax. You're taking this shit way too far. If you have an issue with the content creator, just get on call, hash it out, and let's move the fuck on. But no, you sit back, behind your camera, you make 50 videos farming at CC, nonstop. And I know a lot of people are going to say, yo, Faros, who do you think is worse, Tectone or Saintontas? At least for Tectone, right? Tectone would get on call. He would make one big video, like a 3-hour video, on call with that CC. And then, that's it. On to the next one. At least he would do that. And then everybody moves on. But him, this guy right here, nah, 10 videos on you, bro. 10 videos on you. 10 videos on you.
Over me. After everything I showed you, I don't even know what to say at this point.
Once again, not attacking his argument. He's just sitting there saying, you're not on my side. You're not on my side. You're not on my side. That's his argument, guys. That's his counter argument. You're not on my side. How dare you go against me?
How pathetic and spineless is this? Then again, he's only like 21 pounds and he weighs like... He's only like 21 years old and he weighs like 100 pounds. I think 21 pounds is probably more accurate, though. Yeah, he would topple at...
Yeah, I wonder why everybody's going after Saint. Oh shit. I wonder why. I wonder why everybody's getting sick and tired of this guy. Only talks about your physical appearance, right? And I'm not surprised. The way his community is... Since he wants to play this game where the community represents who the creator is as a person, what the creator stands for, since you want to play that game, we can play it. You guys remember those messages about Captain Cabinets? How she's a cow, bitch, and all of this crazy shit? Yeah, that definitely represents you a lot.
Like a light breeze, and I think he would get beat up by actual
And look at his chat. Soy, underdeveloped.
middle schoolers. So it's
That
like
explains it.
a little bit odd to see
So wait, we are 12 and we hate Saint.
him like talking so big when he is physically the most pathetic person I've probably seen in my life. Just wanted to let you know that. He looks like E.T.
What an absolute piece of shit. You are an absolute piece of shit. This is what this doorknob is doing on a daily basis to other content creators. While they're minding their own fucking business, doing their own thing, this is what he's doing.
Community hates this fucking guy too. Because you want to see what happened during this CZN live stream?
Binds is the fact where all
At this point, I think he likes Genizad. I don't know. I think he just likes him. It's okay if you don't like the guy, cool, but I just think you're obsessed with this dude. It's like, this is like just stalking at this point. This dude went to a CZN live stream just to shit on Genizad.
bind
Look at
cards
this.
in your hands are
This guy's getting paid to be here.
combined in
These guys are getting paid to be here. I'm going to be real. You want to know the only one that looks like they're getting paid to be here? G Clef.
to a single
You want to know
stack
what my
card.
feedback is?
For example, if you have one
To both these two? You could try. Bob, Genizad, you could try.
cost bind cards, you do not need to spend 2 costs to use them separately. They stack into one cost bind.
Because you want to know what the feedback is? You are fucking energy vampires. You are energy vampires. Literal vibe assassins. Just everybody in the comments section is like asking why you guys are there. And this is the thing. I don't even think it's mostly Fob. I literally think it's just Jenna's presence. Because you just look at this guy's facial expressions across the entire live stream. He just doesn't even look like he wants to be there. Bro just has the same facial expression the whole time. And the
I can't hear this shit anymore, man. I can't hear this shit anymore. This guy's fucking obsessed.
that's way more than I've ever said, right?
I don't
Have
know
am
about
I
that,
on the
dude.
record?
I'll be real. Saintontas has like called people pedophiles and wife beaters for going after Wuthering Waves.
But unfortunately, like all the collab content from Kuro is like run by like a clique of like it's like Sweetly, Brax, like Fob, and then they keep inviting Mr. Pokey and Jenna to like everything. Right? Like that's like it. It's literally Sweetly, Fob, Brax, and then Mr. Pokey and Mr. Pokey and Genizad at every event, and they all suck. They're trash. It's the
bro.
worst collab events in the history of a.
It's like, it seems like this guy, bro, is mad because he doesn't get invited to anything when it comes to WUWA. Any WUWA event. Bro is just mad. So therefore, the fact that he sees other CCs getting invited to these events, he's like, these guys fucking suck, man. Why did you guys invite me? Why did you guys invite me? Why you invite them? I'm the chosen one. That's the type of vibe he's giving me, man. It's fucking weird. Oh yeah, and by the way, these are the people in Saint's Discord server, and here's what they're saying about Gotcha Smack. He says no one can reply to him anymore since it's anyone he mentioned can reply. No one. This is pretty much about the whole Gotcha Smack 3.1 thing. Says they know that Gotcha Diddy is very hypocrite. And who? Oh shit. Is this John Seaman? You got this guy in your server? This guy says Saint better make at least a call out on Smack. That's what his community is doing, guys. His community is in the background, not activating, but advocating for more drama. You need to call out this CC, call out that CC, call him out, call him out, call her out, call them out. That is what his community is doing. Now they're calling this guy Gotcha Diddy. And there's just more evidence here that this John Seaman idiot is actually in Saint's server. Absolutely disgusting. And once again, guys, I didn't want to do this where we're pulling up Discord messages and no, you have this person in your server. You started this shit. You're the one who started this, so hey, deal with the consequences. Since you want a virtue signal, let's do it, because you're throwing rocks in an empty glass house. So that is it, guys. That is all the glue we can provide for today. And we're going to see what happens next. We're going to see what happens next because I am fed up. All right, I'm fed up. And it's time for us to all come together and actually address the real issue at hand. This is not just typical drama slop. No, it's bigger than that. It's a bully. We're dealing with a bully here. We're dealing with somebody who's throwing a fuck ton of rocks in an empty glass house. That's who we're dealing with here. This guy thinks that he's perfect and he does no wrong. Pretty much just virtue signaling in a way. That's literally all he does. Not attacking the argument, not actually giving you the time of day so that he can actually understand where you're coming from. It's nope, everybody's a fucking rat and I'm the fucking hero. That's how he operates. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. And I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Adios.
It is called a 500 pounds, Bobby. You are not ready.
Man, this lame ass beats make it funky. Hey, now we giving them chase, so we locking with this iron and we put it to face, okay? Yeah, you know we staying St. K, taking all these bodies with 8Ks today. Made a fucking song, we had it done today. Now them glasses off, been known where he stay. Get no fucking bitches, they all knew you were gay. I ain't even homophobic, I'm just talking about you know you gay as shit, boy. He was dissing on the team, shot his ass up and we poke him with a beam. Got an Asian bitch, gave her my sigil beam. Feeling like I'm gonna, cause what the fuck you mean? My gun shoot fast, feel like I got double tap. Look, go get the singing, the shit sound like boom bap. Crying about your bitch, but boy, I already